Buttoning your shirt is easy for you, right? Well, for someone who has either physical or developmental disabilities, it's not so easy. And sometimes people who do not have disabilities often don't think about that. It can show just how difficult life can be for someone who has disabilities. Today, I'm going to show you that people with disabilities can have a normal everyday life through the use of programs. I work at a group home / rehabilitation center, and I've been there for over a year, and I work with a lot of people who've been there for about 5+ years, and I have witnessed the differences that programs can make in their everyday lives. Disabilities are very common, and you probably know somebody who has them, either through church or school or work. There's lots of people who have different kinds of disabilities. Programs at group home and rehabilitation centers are often personalized to the client to guarantee the best quality of life possible and to ensure that they continue to gain, keep, and maintain their skill sets. Everybody is different. It's important to establish what will work for each individual client based on their abilities. For the purpose of this, we're going to talk about two main levels of functioning, higher and lower. If you are performing on a higher level, you will be able to do things such as reading, basic math skills, and writing. If you're performing on a lower level, you're not necessarily going to be able to do those abilities. For higher functioning clients, you will be at the vocational center and you will have certain job skills that will either be taught through programs, or if you already know how to do it, you'll be continuing to do it so you maintain those skills. These things will include such as setting tables, using your placemats, your silverware, napkins, setting out cups for the other clients. You would also be able to help clean wheelchairs for some of the other clients. Or you can even do something like maintaining the kitchen area. So you would do heating the food for the other clients, or making drinks for the other clients like tea or milk or water, and cleaning up the kitchen. These are all jobs that some of the higher functioning clients would have, and that would be part of their programs. A program that they would do at their home would be things like dressing themselves, keeping their house clean, or their room clean. At the lower functioning house, which is where I work, so I'm a little bit more familiar with the programs that they do because I actually run them myself. Their jobs at the vocational center would be like dusting a picture frame. One of the clients, he has a little duster. He'll go around and dust the frames. Another client helps shred paperwork, so that's something that he gets to do, and that's his job set. At home, programs would include brushing your teeth, buttoning your pants, washing your face, helping dry, washing your hands. Basic safety and health programs are kind of what you do at home. First, let's talk about what programs work for the clients and why. Programs that work for the clients are things that are new skills. It can kind of be boring when you're stuck at home all the time. So what we'd like to do is challenge them and give them something new that they can learn, and that's something that they really enjoy. The guardians and clients will meet with a specialist to determine what kind of skills they like. The most common one at the house I work at is they want to be respected. So being clean and neat and having a nice appearance often covers that program. So we talk about things that they can do to achieve that. And there's also a reward system for things like that. You do high fives and you can offer soda or candy, and that's something that they really like and helps provide a better quality of life for them. It also helps to maintain their skill sets. So if they already come into our group home or rehabilitation center with the skill, we like to make sure that they maintain that because it keeps them from deteriorating, which is something we don't want to do. So something that they come into, say a client comes into the house knowing how to put a shirt on. So they will have a program that will reinforce that every day they will be able to put on their shirt or take their shirt off when they go to bed. These are things that you want to make sure that you implement whenever you're doing their daily work. And it's the same reward system. High fives, you did a great job, or, hey, would you like to have a soda with dinner because you did this? It was really great. I'm super proud of you. Things like that that help keep them motivated and wanting to do the programs. And it just provides a better quality of life for them. And that's something that we really want to work towards, is to make sure that they have everything that they want and need. A program, now that you know that what works, let's talk about what programs don't work and why. Sometimes it's important to remember that there are unique personalities. Everybody is different, and just because it's something that somebody likes doesn't mean the other person is going to like it. If they don't enjoy the program, I have a client who does not like to wash his face. He doesn't like water touching his face. So a way that we've modified that is to, instead of washing his face, he'll help dry his face whenever his bath is done. And that's a good way to modify it and make sure that it helps fits his needs, because you don't want to have behavioral problems, because that can be an issue for safety reasons. And it's always important to remember that a client has the right to refuse. If they don't want to do the program, they do not have to do it, and it is their right to refuse it, and they have that right always, no matter what. If it's beyond their abilities, sometimes we challenge them too much, and it's important to take a step back. If they have a neurological or a physical problem, they're not necessarily going to be able to do a lot of the same things, and it's important to remember that and to respect that for them. You don't want to put them in that kind of position, because it will frustrate them and it will cause more behavior problems. And again, remember, it is their right to refuse. If it's below their capabilities, they might become frustrated and think that you think that they can't do something just because they have a lower ability, and that's not something we want to encourage. As you can see, programs may seem simple, but it's really important, and it takes a lot of thought and time put into it. Skill sets that are learned behaviors can help enhance lifestyles, and programs, when used, are properly used, are tools that best provide the quality of life for people with disabilities.